Hello, everyone. I am Will, and welcome back to my playthrough of Elden Ring. Um, Last we left off, we started. Ex- well, we finally came into Belurat Tower Settlement. Yep, the first intended legacy dungeon of Shadows of the Ur Tree. In fact, we actually started outside by Onspach and Moore at that little grace there, and then we came inside, fought through some spider scorpions, picked up a revered spirit ash, and we came up this way, through the main street area, went up. I'm trying to remember what our pathing. So through the main street, went up, fought our first horned warrior. The guys who don't flinch at all, which is kind of dumb. They should at least flinch to like really heavy attacks, like the Crucible Knights. Like, attacks that would usually knock people on their butts. They should stagger to. But for whatever reason, they don't, which is, I don't agree, but oh well. Yeah, they're like one of my least favorite enemies in Elden Ring. Definitely the top 10. They just don't flinch at all. But you can parry them, luckily. They can be stance broken. They can be frostbit, poison, rotted, bled, all that fun stuff. So they're not terribly difficult to handle, but the fact that they don't flinch just makes it harder, tedious. I would say tedious because then you have to dodge more often, but we dealt with him. And luckily he dropped his weapon for us, the Horned Warrior Sword. It's a pair of curved swords to be exact. And then instead of going forward, we took the side path, which took us to a courtyard where we were invaded by Fire Knight Queeline. One of Mesmer's little followers, crusaders or whatever. Dealt with him pretty quickly. Hand of Melania, Waterfowl Dance with, multi-hit talismans and bleed talismans, and yeah, one good barrage or one full use of the Ash of War, Waterfowl Dance, and yeah, he was dead. I think he attacked us once, and he missed, I think. I can't quite remember, but we dispatched him. He dropped for us the Crusade Insignia. It's a nice little talisman, damage on kill. Not very good in boss fights, but, just out and about in the exploring. Good one to have, because it'll trigger on even wildlife. If you just, kill a stray deer or a stray bird, bam, damage bonus. So, it's really good exploring the open world. Again, not so much in boss fights unless there's, ads like, the Mother of Fingers is a good one to think, because she'll summon like little hands, have the Crusade Insignia on, take out a hand, boom, you got a damage boost for that fight. But other than her, nah, it's not really useful. But excuse me. Let's see. And then we backtracked, continued forward, picked up the storeroom key, and then I think the well key as well. Found the shortcut back to here. Picked up the bone bow amongst some scorpions, spider scorpions. Backtracked to the storehouse along the main street where we met the Hornsent Grandma, or Grandam, as the game calls her. I'm just gonna call her the Hornsent Grandma because I just find that easier. She wanted to talk to us because we're one of Mesmer's progenies, and what's the word she used? No, we were one of Mesmer's peons and a progeny of the Wonton strumpet. She's laying it on there, huh? She don't like us. But so we left her alone. We'll go back to her later. And then we went down the well, went through the poison swamp on the bottom, where there was a ulcerated tree spirit that dropped us the immunizing horn charm +2. There's a whole bunch of manflies down there. There was another horned warrior who didn't drop anything for us. Well, actually, no, he does. I think he guarantees to drop the horned warrior swords the first time you kill him. So if we didn't get it from the first one, we would have gotten it from him. He does respawn, so you can go back and get the rest of his stuff if you want. I probably will between here and Ensis. Well, before doing Ensis, I'll probably farm for some items like their armor and whatnot. And there was also the poisoned hand fist weapon down there as well, which again you probably won't be using, but we got it anyway. And then we came up through there to here, and that was it. That's all we did. Between episodes, I didn't do anything. In fact, I didn't even rest at the grace. I just booted the game back up, and here we are. Yeah, see, I didn't even rest at the grace. All I did was put our old lord's talisman back on, and that was it. So equipment's going to be the same. Spells are going to be the same. Everything's going to be the same. Basically where we left off. Yeah, see, even the flask is empty. But yep, and today we're going to finish up Belurat. Then afterwards we'll probably do some talking with some NPCs. Be honest, I probably could have finished Belurat all in one episode. There's not much left. All that's left is like a little side secret area, and then the main path up to the boss, to the dancing lion. So it's not a whole lot. The only reason I didn't do all in episodes because I want to do Ensis on its own, like start it on its own episode. I'd rather have the NPC dialogues kind of tacked on to the end of Belurat. So I'll do like this, finish up Belurat and then do the talking, and then that'll be the episode. And then, so next time we'll start with Castle Ensis. Yeah, so we'll start with the grace right outside the castle and then work our way in. So that's kind of why I didn't finish up Belurat in one episode. Just so I have a place for the dialogue, the NPC talking. But yep. So yeah, today we're just gonna finish it up, talk some NPCs, and equipment is the same. It's literally the same. I didn't change anything. It's basically the same stuff we had at the beginning of the last episode. Same with spells. So, all right. So I guess without further ado, let's just finish this up. So yeah, and be honest, the Dancing Lion boss fight, I've only done it like once when the DLC came out, so I'm not very proficient at it, I should say. I mean, I will summon Freya for it, because she does have like a little dialogue that if you do summon her, she has like an extra dialogue line, although it's not really worth it, but I want to get it anyway. So yeah, hop over the rubble into the little side secret area, and just be careful because there's manfly right around the corner. So yeah, if we had just run through, he would have attacked around the corner. In fact, he would have tried to grab us around the corner. So Some more manflies. Manflies, be gone. Thank you. Yeah, more manflies. So I guess the village, the ailing village, wasn't the only place that that had issues. Beast bone. Yep. It's like they molted, shed their skin. Either that is kind of like a cocoon kind of thing, a metamorphosis. All right. Here we have another cross. Shadow tree fragment. Card words coalesce. I abandon here my arm, Sinistral. He basically left his left hand here, or his left arm. Sinistral is, well, historically your left hand is your sinister hand, your Satan hand. Hence why left-handed people were, you know, I can't really think of a good word to use. But left-handedness was seen as not a good thing, I should say. At least back in the day. Dried Bouquet. Which gives a damage bonus whenever our spirit summons die. Really useful on multi-summons and skeletons, if they can survive. But since we rely on like single summons like Rolo and whatnot, it's not for us. Not for us. Gone. That would have hit. Yep, we did not rest at a grace, so all the enemies are still dead. Hello? Where'd you come from? Probably that way. Oops. Okay. Aha. All you have to do is look up. Alright, so we're just gonna drop down. Yeah, so I like using Giant's Flame Take the because it'll kill him in one hit. Thank you. Fly mold, sure. You drop some more mold. Red flesh mushrooms. Ooh, 8 of them. That's nice. Bolus. Sure, I guess. Can't think of anything that bleeds. And glass shards. Lovely. Alright. So that takes care of down here for the most part. Runes, free money, we'll take it. I saw that. He was going to do a grab attack. Alright, just be careful when you get up there. There's a... You can see his feet. There's two big guys up there. So we need to be careful. In fact, let me two-hand my weapon. So I'm pretty sure the unsheathed R2 and an R2 will dispatch him pretty quickly. Bam. Taking advantage of your 40 stance. Alright, here comes the potential death. There is another horned warrior. You can actually he just walked by. But this one has a great sword. You can parry him. I'm not very good at the timings because he does like to delay his attacks. Yeah, that one you can't parry. His little two-handed slam attack you can't parry. What did you drop? His leggings. Cool. Okay. So you got lucky. Hot guy. He should have, I think, a spear dash. Horn tender and spear dash. Nice. Fireflies. Okay, so that's 2 and 1. I don't think we'll have enough to upgrade our Shadow Blessing, but I think we'll have enough for another Spirit Ash. I think there's one more up there. Over there. Alright, so we're actually on the other end of the path forward. Here, let me, normally there's a grave bird right about here. Or 2 of them, I think, actually. I think there's like one over here and another one over here. But again, we took care of them earlier and didn't respawn, so, or didn't rest, so they didn't respawn. So all that's left are these 2. I should get my daggers out. Thank you. We have some flight peons. Or pinions. I don't know. Flight feathers. Alright, and here's the other side. We actually came up from here. That way towards the little the spider scorpions and the bone bow, as well as the shortcut. In fact, if we just show you. Yeah, so you came up. And you actually came up these stairs. There's the elevator down to the Grace. That way towards the bone bow. And the little rubble to the little side secret area. Alright, so let's head back. Okay, did we already get all that? Okay, we already got down there. Okay. Alright, so there'll be one more group of enemies, and then there'll be One Curse Blade. The Curse Blade's in a bad spot. He's on a flight of stairs. So you can't, there's not a lot of room to dodge. Hello, buddy. I didn't know you patrolled. He probably doesn't. He probably got aggroed from the fight. He probably heard us fighting and came investigating, but so I'm pretty sure he's like over here. I think he's over here, or spawns over here. Fireflies, sweets. In fact, let me get some more. Hopefully that'll double. Kind of triple. Cool. Aggroed one of the big guys back there. Or maybe not. Maybe he doesn't know. Okay, I think I broke his AI there. Yeah, I think our little pot kind of broke his AI there. Because he was just standing there. Yes, hefty pots. Love hefty pots. They knock down enemies, they do decent damage. I'm out of red flesh mushrooms. Wow. And pretty low on the fireflies too. Alright. Revered Spirit Ash. So that's the third one. Yep, that's the third one, which means I think we can upgrade our Spirit Blessing. Alright. Alright, so the Curse Blade's on the set of stairs somewhere. Yep, in fact, they have Steak America right here. Just for this guy. Let's see, and there he is. Whew. All right. And he dropped his circuits. Cool. Yeah. Fighting a Curse Blade on the stairs. That's very fun. And the fact that they gave you Steak America just shows you how fun it is. Alright. So here we are. We are at the peak of Belurat. Yep. Here's the Red Mane Freya. Our effigy. Alright. Again, I will summon Freya because I'm pretty sure she has extra dialogue if you summon her for this fight. Yep. Shadow. Ooh, we only needed 2. Okay. The next one we need 3. Okay. But at least our blessing's up to 5. So it's halfway there. In fact, I'm almost positive the Spirit Ash Blessing also applies to summoned NPCs and summoned players as well. So good thing we got that up for Freya. Should we just redo some of these? Catch Flame, Fireball. We'll get Pest Threads as well. Aeonia. Well, okay. All I did was change one spell. I know. I know. Actually, no, we want golden lightning. All right. So body aura weapon. I'm trying to think. Just because yeah, the divine beast dancing lion. He has 3 or 4 different phases. Well, I wouldn't say phases, but he has 4 different forms. First form is neutral. I'll call it the neutral form, or it's just him. That's what he starts off with. But once you get his health down to, I want to say, 2/3 or 3/4 of his health, he'll change forms. He'll kind of jump in the air, do a roar, and an element of sorts will kind of be added. Usually it starts off with lightning form, where it calls down bolts of lightning around him, and he can chuck lightning bolts as well. That's probably his most dangerous form, in my opinion. So that's kind of why I'm speculating golden lightning here, just for that one. But I think lightning fortification should be enough. The other 2 forms he has is a frost form, which I think might do magic damage. I'll have to double check. And the final form is like a wind, which is kind of like his base form, but he has like a little raging storm kind of around him, and you can chuck it. That one's annoying. He doesn't do that very often, but it is kind of annoying to dodge. At least his storm projectile is kind of difficult to dodge. I think you can block it though. I think. I'll have to double check. He is weakest to fire and thrust, and then slash. Hence why the catch flame instead of the lightning spear. He can be rotted, which is why I have Aeonia. Fire again, and he also is susceptible to bleed, so hopefully we can get a bleed proc or 2 off of it. Although, since we're summoning Redmane Freya, he'll get a bonus to his health, and I think his status resistances as well. Yeah, I know he gets a bonus to health for sure if I summon the NPC. Alright. And Pestrez is just good all around. I just like it. Rykar's Great Rune ain't gonna help, but I don't want to waste the rune arc. I'll stick with Unsheath because it's pretty good. Yeah, I think he has 120 stance. Oh well, but since we're going to be selling NPCs, he's going to have a bit more effective stance than that. But, alright. Level up. Arcane, because there is a weapon later on that I do want to use, but it requires Arcane, and it's going to be a while till we actually get it in hindsight, but can't have enough Arcane in my opinion. Alright. We'll switch to noon, or maybe morning. And we'll go to morning. I do not recommend fighting him at night. Do not fight him at night. Yeah, because he likes to float around, I should say. Most of his attacks will... what's the right word? They move him forward. Like if he attacks towards you, he'll push you backwards, I should say. So we want to avoid getting in the corner, because then we'll have a problem actually seeing him. I'm trying to think. Multi-hit maybe. Exaltation maybe. Although I don't think we're going to get it often enough to warrant it. I'm not going to be at full health all the time. I mean, Alexander maybe. Unless I just want to stick with like a lightning drake. Because I know I'm gonna hate the lightning phase. His lightning form with a passion. You know what? Might as well, just so I don't forget about it. Do I want the Old Lords? Mainly to keep our buffs up longer. Do I want something else? Not gonna really do charge attacks, not really gonna do jump attacks. Counter attacks only work with thrust, so I'm not gonna do that much. Guard counters, no. Some stamina regen, health. This might be good. You know, more heals on a flask. Definitely be good. Yeah, Bullet Goat's not gonna help because most of his attacks will just knock us over anyway. I don't like having less defense. You know, these are good. I just don't like the defense negation and debuff. We'll just go with Winged Sword. You can't go wrong with good consecutive hits, especially if you can get like 2 or 3 off. Not gonna need that. Probably not gonna need retaliation, so we'll take it off. I'll keep the shield, but not gonna need retaliation because we can't parry any of these. Actually, can you? Hold on. Oops, nope. Alright, I'm gonna be dumb. I'm going to try and retaliate his lightning spear. In his lightning form, he'll jump up and throw a lightning spear. I wonder if you can absorb it. Let's find out. So, Divine Beast, Dancing Lion. This will only be my second time facing him since the DLC launch. So I do not promise a good fight, and I do not promise a first try either. Although I will be summoning Freya. Maybe Rollo? I doubt it. I don't think we need Rollo. Alright, Freya. Alright, we'll buff out here. I know we'll lose some during the transition. You can be frostbit. Although it's actually pretty hard. Again, fire is where we want to go. Alright, I think we're ready. We'll drink, bow, buff, eat, and walk through the door. I know we're losing time on the buff link, but who cares?
O horn-decked beast from higher sphere delivered, take root inside the tower sculpted keepers, and perched within, we beg of thee, rise. Dance, kavod, cleanse all and poet. Cruelty, woe, and those who plague the tower. Cleanse away the strumpet's vile tragedy.
All right. Dude in a mask. Oops, I forgot there's a follow-up. Thank you, Freya. Trying to get the Scarlet Rot. But we got tornadoed out. That was a grab. Alright. Oop, I want to see what our... Ow. I keep forgetting he does that tornado sometimes. Ooh, stance break. Alright, here we go. Oops. Yeah, it's a little difficult seeing. Ah. Just don't be in the corner. Oh, I keep forgetting he does that stupid spin. Alright, so Storm. Does mostly physical damage. Oops. I think he hit behind us. It's like Scarlet Rot's done. Lost. Oh, way too soon. Oh, that goes behind him? Oh, I didn't know that. Nice one, Freya. Whatever. Remembrance of the Dancing Lion. Thank you, Freya. Ooh. All right. Again, not the cleanest fight, but again, it's been the second time fighting him. And I stacked the deck in my favor. Red Mane Freya definitely helped. Should have had a heal instead of the lightning fortification, but oh well. And I didn't get the chance to test out if this will work. He did it once. Against us anyway. No, he did it twice, but I couldn't get the second time. But anyway. Divine Beast, Dancing Lion. And he drops the Divine Beast Head. Big helmet. Interesting little helmet, actually. Yeah, ritual headgear in the form of a Divine Beast Head. Used to perform the Lion Dance. Worn by the very finest of the sculpted keepers, alas, it no longer responds to the old woman's earnest prayer. Yeah, divine invocation heightens the intensity of the storm alongside strength and dexterity, produces the restorative effects of drinking from the flask of sacred tears. Yeah. It also has like no focus. So if you put it on, our focus will actually go down. Yeah, but it does increase storm skills and spells and incantations and all that. It also raises dexterity and strength. But how much? I want to say 5 apiece. 4 apiece. But it's also heavy. Alright. Oh, we also got the Remembrance. When the Imperialist army assailed the tower, the ritual of the lion dance was turned towards martial ends. Its divinity, its fury, its light-footed beauty. All right. And now we'll rest. Whew. Not my best fight, and I don't care. We beat him, we got the job done. And yes, I did summon Freya. I don't care. I like summoning NPCs. I can beat him on my own. I have done it before. Well, did I? I'm trying to remember. No, I did summon Freya the first time as well because I was practicing, trying to figure out the boss and I accidentally killed him. So, whoopsies. So no, I have not done it by myself. I don't care. It's my playthrough, so that's all I gotta say. Besides, Freya is cool. I like her. But I didn't summon Rolo. That's a bonus. Okay. We have another Spirit Ash. That's 2. We'll need 1 more for our upgrade. Mr. Spirit. Very hard to see. Let me try and get a there. Dot, dot, dot. O tower of ours, hidden in shadow, O lofty spiral piercing the heavens, lead him safely unto greater godhood, and in divinity grant our salvation. Yes, 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 yes. Talking about Miquella. Yeah, tree shrouded, or the tower shrouded in shadow. Missive. Tower of Shadow message. Left by Needle Knight Leda, addressed to the kindred spirits who pursued Miquella's trail. The gate of divinity lies on tower sealed by shadow. This is really where kind Miquella is headed. We are no Empyreans, but we must locate the path that will lead us there. I will follow the crosses east. Sealed and obscured by shadow. Alright. Like the little veils. There's the jagged peak in the background. Shadow Keep. Ruins of Ra. Yep. We are high up. Alright. Let's see what the first stop. That's the entrance. That's the... Okay. So we'll go to the private altar. First stop is to talk with the grandma. Yeah, leave it on. I'm not going to really do any more fighting. Okay, we did some more fighting, but... Alright, Grandma, time to wake up. Hello? She's probably tired from summoning the horned beast. Divine beast, I should say. Put on our divine beast head.
Oh, such a joy to smell the scent again. Does a sculpted keeper stand before me? Oh, as I felt the sacred beast's essence fade, a great anxiety welled up within. Forgive this old woman her foolish fears. 'Tis such relief I cannot express. After an eternity of the mind, our voices have at last reached the heavens, as evinced by thy gracious arrival. Oh, oh, oh.
Yep, she did feel the divine beast's essence fade because we beat the crap out of it. And we took its head for ourselves. But don't tell her that. She's blind. Yeah, she's blind. The horns are basically coming out of her eyes. Or covering her eyes, at least.
I implore, vessel of the sacred beast, have my son accompany thee to war, and dance thy dance of beauteous color. Take vengeance upon Mesmer and his lot. They who betrayed us, aye, they who burned us. Let them face in thy wrath their just deserts. My song will I sing in service to thee.
Watchful spirit. That is probably her son, the actual spirit head above us. And it's an incantation. We might be able to use it. Although it's not very good, so whether we actually use it or not is dependable.
O horn-decked beast from higher sphere delivered, we beg of thee to dance and cavort, dance and cavort. Cleanse all that thou wilt, cruelty, woe, and those who plague the tower. Cleanse away the strumpet's vile progeny.
Anything else?
O sculpted keeper, channel thy color into the most resplendent of dances. My song will I sing in service to thee.
You're just going to repeat yourself?
O horn-decked host, my song.
Alright. Let's go rest at the grace and come back. Maybe she has something else. There's something I want from her to give us. I'm trying for her to give us. Excuse me.
O horn-decked beast from higher sphere delivered, we beg of thee, welcome, O glorious sculpted keeper. Thou art kind indeed to this aged crone. Pardon me, my dear. Where are my manners? Surely thou must hunger, O sculpted keeper. I prithee, partake of this modest dish. 'Tis only plain fare, but sup to the lees, and it will surely grant thee ample vigor.
Scorpion stew. Yep. Traditional meal of the horn scent. Boosts physical damage negation and gradually restores HP.
From higher sphere delivered.
I'm not quite sure what the damage negation is. I think it's like 10% maybe. It's not a whole lot, but it's definitely worth it. I'm not 100% sure on the HP regen either, because I haven't really used them. Yeah, you can only carry 2 at a time. 2 at a time. Once made with love by a certain elderly woman for the family table. Having long gone cold, the stew gives off a rank, sour smell. It's basically giving us leftovers. And watchful spirit. Guardian spirit both casts heads, spirit lashes, never strays far from the caster, conjuring several apparatuses. Basically, it hovers over your head and spawns 3 projectiles over the course of its lifetime. Take vengeance upon Mesmer and his lot. Those who betrayed us, aye, those who burned us. Let them face in thy wrath for their just deserts.
Shouldst thou be by hunger's pangs beset, I implore thee, partake of my stew. Thou art sure to feel thy vigor restored. Though, if the flavor doth thy tongue offend, I care not if thou throwest it away.
Basically, do what we want with it, huh? Anything else?
Shouldst thou be by hunger, thou art sure.
Alright. Alright, I'm gonna rest at the Grace, put our stew in storage. I want to see if we can get that again without having the headpiece on. So I think at this point we don't need the headpiece anymore for her to talk to us. Alright, let's get our hood back. Let's go talk to her.
Horn-decked beast from higher.
Will you still talk to us without it?
We beg of thee, welcome, oh glorious.
Okay, so we don't need the headpiece anymore.
Ordered. Oh, dost thou prithee take? I've an inkling.
Whoops. Sorry about that. I didn't realize that was new-ish dialogue. We'll probably get it again if we come back.
Oh, Horn, I implore thee, thou art so...
Okay, so we're done with her. Yeah, I wanted the stew, because the stew... I think Hornson has dialogue for the stew. Alright, so we are done with Belurat. Belurat is done, so now we gotta go talk to our NPC buddies and make way to the entrance of Ensis. Let's talk to more. You have anything new?
Welcome. I, find for you things.
Nope, nothing new.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Hansbach, anything new?
Righteous Tarnished. What brings you here?
Speak of the cross at the tower. Huh.
Well, I'm much obliged. As suspected, kindly Miquella has visited the lands which hold the tower, and appears intent on wholly dispossessing himself of his flesh. He must be seeking entrance to the Tower of Shadow.
Well, yeah. The only way to pass through shadows is to not have a physical form, I guess.
Righteous Tarnished.
Alright. That's all for you. Let's talk to our Freya and Hornsent. I'm pretty sure they have new stuff for us. And of course it's raining. I don't like it when it rains. Muffles the sounds. Oops. Pastime, morning. Hopefully it goes away. And it did. Alright. Freya, it was a nice doing battle with you. You actually survived too, which is nice.
Ah, well met. That was a fine battle indeed. It heartens me that another warrior stands among us, among the beckoned.
Ask about the damage on our helmets. I'm pretty sure you can get this dialogue regardless if you summon her for the fight with the dancing lion, but just be on the safe side, I like summoning her just in case. So I'm pretty sure you have a summoner for this, but I could be wrong.
Long ago, I was stricken by scarlet rot in the swamp of Aeonia. Immobile, feverish, and in great pain, I was entirely resigned to death. I was left behind, and only kindly Miquella was good enough to seek me out. My wound was swollen and festering, exuding a most pungent odor, and yet he drained the poison from it, despite my wretched visage. Now, I consider this wound my compass.
So you were... Wait, that doesn't quite make sense. If Miquella was in the Halic tree, and then Melania marched south to fight Radon, and then during that fight she turns Caelid into the swamp of Aeonia, you were there. You just told us you were there. And then you succumbed to, or you got rotted, and then somehow Miquella showed up? Even though he's supposedly in the tree, or at this point being kidnapped by Mohg? So the only way that could happen is with Melania on her way back. Mohg takes Miquella from the cocoon, and Miquella is completely conscious at this point. He knows what he's doing, and basically charms Mohg to go to Aeonia to get her. Huh? Timeline doesn't quite make sense at that point. Because supposedly Mohg takes Miquella from the Halic tree when Melania is gone. Because we know he goes, and we know Mohg goes to the Halic tree because one of the spirits in the consecrated snowfield tells Mohg to give him back. So Mohg had gone to the Halic tree and taken Miquella. So the only way for Freya to get healed by Miquella is if on Melania's return back, Miquella and Mohg take a side path to Caelid to heal people. Which means Mohg is totally in control. Which means Miquella is totally in control of Mohg's actions. So Mohg is like brainwashed, manipulated, puppetry, kind of crazy stuff. So that's the only way it would make sense to me. Unless it's not Miquella that saved her. Maybe, I don't know.
Let us both take kindly Miquella's guidance to heart. May we meet again on the battlefield. Brave warrior.
Ask about the other man.
Do you wonder why the eternally dour fellow keeps his distance? He's one of the tower's hornsent. I can only assume he fights for his own reasons and carries his own burdens, but we needn't concern ourselves with his affairs. He too was charmed by kindly Miquella and guided here, and that makes us allies. We're not gods, you and I. Even if we did manage to dig up the secrets of his past, I doubt our meddling could ever amount to much.
That's true. I mean, at this point, no matter what we did, he's still, past has happened, and he's still out for revenge.
Let us both take kindly Miquella. May we meet again on the...
Yes, Freya. I like Freya. I like her armor anyway. Her chest piece. Yeah. I don't care for the helmet. Alright. Hornsent.
I urge you, follow after Miquella. As long as you abide by his footfalls, you will be no enemy to me.
Give scorpion stew. This is why I wanted the stew.
What's this? Do you think me in need of alms? But this dish, 'tis fair of the tower. And I remember fondly this kin-clad scent. Brings back memories I'd all but forgot. This, by my troth, is but a dismal copy. Indeed, I think it rather plain to see. Things once broken can never be the same.
Man, Hornsent is a tragic guy. Kind of, maybe. He may not be responsible for America's, betrayal and destruction of the Hornsent, but it was his people, his family that got destroyed. So.
Look, take this for your troubles, won't you? My desire not to be in your debt.
And we get 3 furnace visages for giving him a scorpion stew. Alright. I think it's worth it, because we can get another scorpion stew from the grandma anytime you want.
I urge you, as long as you...
Alright. Nothing new from you. Do we still have the stew? Nope, we gave it to him. Cool. Alright. So yeah. The whole Freya dialogue just throws off the timeline so much, because it's like, what the hell happened? We'll check with Tholier real quick. I don't think you have anything new, but we're going to check anyway.
So, what can I help you with?
Yeah, nothing new. That's what I thought. We can buy the concoction for 30,000. Jeez. We'll take 2.
Just give me the word if you need any more poison.
No thanks. Yeah, I took 2 more just in case we, use a transformation at any point and we want to undo it. It's the easiest way. Alright, so the hair's done. Those guys talked to. I don't think Florisax is anything for us. She's too busy trying to kill Bale. Alright, we'll go to the castle front and call it an episode. Alright. Again, it's raining. We don't like it when it rains. We'll pass till morning. Hopefully it's gone. Yeah. Alright. And with that, we'll call it an episode. That went on a bit longer than I anticipated. Again, there wasn't much left to Belurat, but there was a whole bunch of talking afterwards. And to be honest, I probably could have done that on its own episode now that I look back on it. Jeez. It was like another 30 minutes of Belurat finished up and then another, 40 minutes of talking? Jeez. But we got the dialogues I was hoping for. Yeah. So, I finished up Belurat. Cleared out the secret little area, got another shadow tree blessing, or shadow tree fragment, I should say, not a blessing, fragment. Got some more spirit ashes. Took on another horned warrior with the giant greatsword. Went better than I anticipated. Then we took on another cursed blade on a stairwell, which again went a lot better than I anticipated. And then we made it to the Divine Beast Dancing Lion. Oh yeah. Sloppy fight, yes, I know. Again, that was only the second time I fought him. And even then, I don't really know his attack patterns all too well. As you saw, I kept getting tripped up by his, he has it's like little 3-hit he'll twirl around twice, slam his head to the ground, and then he'll rear up and do his little breath tornado thing. I keep forgetting about the breath tornado, so blah. We did summon Freya for it. I know. Made the fight harder, easier. I don't know. I mean, because we did summon an NPC, so boss got more health, took less stance damage, though we did stance break him twice. All thanks to Freya, to be honest. And I think the biggest MVP with that fight is Scarlet Rot. We did manage to get him Scarlet Rotted. Yeah, 'cause that chunked, a third of his HP. So you saw, I think at one point I think it did like, 30, I think while it was active, we did a total of about 30,000 HP to the boss health bar. Yeah. So, Rot's the way to go. I love it. Again, he is Divine Beast. Dancing Lion is weakest to fire and thrust, and then slash. I think he has 0 resistance to thrust and fire damage. I think it's only like a 20% resistance to slash. And he can be frostbit, though it's pretty difficult. He can be bled, which I think we did get 1 or 2 bleed procs out of it. I'll have to check the footage again. He can be poisoned and rotted. Rotted, obviously. I think he's more susceptible to rot than poison. I'll have to double check, but... and then we made our way to the entrance to Inner Ilum. Or Ilum. The shadow. The place shrouded by shadow is Ilum. And I don't quite know how to pronounce it, so I'm just going to call it Ilum. Yep, where Lita left a message saying she'll go east, which means she went this way. In fact, she'll be back here once we make it through Castle Ensis. Yep, and then we just did a whole bunch of talking to North Saint Grandma, where we used the Divine Beast Head to get her to give us some scorpion stew. Talked to Ansbach, really. Told him about the cross in the tower settlement. Talked to Freya, who reminisced about when Miquella saved her, even though it kind of plays, I wouldn't say contradicts, but throws the whole timeline that I'm aware of into question. Not entirely, but it does raise some questions. Like, when did Miquella heal her if she was there at the Battle of Aeonia in Caelid, where Melania turned Caelid into, the swamp of Aeonia? Freya was basically at that battle. So, throws questions, or raises questions that need to be answered. Well, they don't need to be answered, but definitely raises questions. Ornsent gave him a scorpion stew. He reminisced about the past, and then he gave us some furnace visages. This goes to show that he took down some furnace golems. Good man. Tholia didn't have anything new, and then we came here. Yep. And next episode is Castle Ensis. Yep. I would say about the same size as Belurat. It might be a bit more involved because there might be some double backs here and there, but for the most part, it should be about the same size. Although I probably won't be doing it in 1 episode as well. Probably doing it 2, because once we clear past Rilana, or Rilana? No, it's not Rilana. Rinala. Yeah, Rilana. Never mind. The names are so similar. It's just... Rilana is Twin Moon Nidus in the castle. And Rinala. Yeah, Rinala is the Carian queen. Rilana is the knight. Rinala is the queen. Although I'm probably going to get mixed up. But Yeah, because once we beat Rolana, there'll be more NPC talking. So it's going to be like what I did with Belurat. One episode for most of it, another episode for the ending, and then NPCs. All right. But yeah, and then after Ensis, we'll have access to Shadow Altus. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Where we have to be careful, because I know once you get close to the Shadow Keep, and I think it's beyond. Once you move past, I think Bonnie Village is when Miquella breaks the Great Rune, and that will progress the NPCs further on. So I want to clear out as much as I can before, breaking the Great Rune, or before forcing Miquella to break the Great Rune. We should be able, although I can't really see it here because we have to get the map, but there's the Altus Plateaus up here. It goes a bit this way. In fact, we can probably go down to Fort Reprimand, which is down here somewhere. Bonnie Village is like over here. It leads to this way. Once we get to Plateau, we'll have access to this little side area this way that goes underneath the Rao ruins. I'm trying to think. We can do this little area. There's a little side area here with another catacomb at the end. There's some red bears. I think we can get up here from down here, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can get from up here from down there. And there's another mausoleum right there. I think that might be all that we can do before breaking the Great Rune. I think that's it. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, most of the plateau, Fort Reprimand, that lower section of Rao, where the catacomb is, a red bear, mausoleum. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all we can do before we break the Great Rune. So yeah. But that's gonna be after Ensis. So I'll figure out the game plan later on. But for now, next video would be the beginning of Castle Ensis. Yeah, but again, that's for another episode, and I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.